Hello, everyone. Welcome to What the Fuck Just Happened. Yes, this is my new YouTube channel. I am excited. We are going to cover a lot of topics. I have followers that follow me on Facebook, but I really don't have the time to really expand on what I want to talk about. This channel is going to go deep into my soul, enlighten you on some of the things I've learned along the way, and also talk about why do we live in a world where every moment we're saying to ourselves, what the fuck was that? What just happened? Are they insane? Or how about I've spent a lot of times asking that question in my own life? That's what brought me on this 3-year journey. I had to think about it. Came to me maybe a couple of months ago, and I said to myself, that's what my life felt like over the past couple of years. I was constantly saying, what the fuck just happened? Why am I here? Why am I going through this again? Why have I looped once again? It was a constant loop, and I was tired of it. And I said, it has to get better than this. My health has to get better than this. My marriage has got to get better than this. My children have got to get better than this. It was a constant loop of, I call it what the fuckness, okay? So I went on a journey 3 years ago, and I realized some things. One, that I only got myself to blame. Two, you can heal. You can be a better version of yourself. So for those that do not know me, my name is Iris, aka Rakaya. I am a mother of 5 children. I raised my stepson Edward, so that makes 6. I am from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm married. I have brothers. No, what the hell? Of course I don't have brothers. I have 3 sisters. My mom and dad are still here with me. I love them dearly. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. I have the love of my children, my friends. I call them my little holistic group, my gifted group. I have so much to be thankful for, and yet I felt like I was in the abyss of hell. I was lost. I was confused. I was angry, I was fearful, and I didn't like it. I had gotten my 40s, I ended up getting a hysterectomy, and it was like hysterectomy rather, and bam, I crashed. I was exhausted, I was always hungry, began to put on weight, and it was just, I wasn't living my best life. And a lot of people say, live your best life. Well, can you show me how to do that? Because I'd like to know. That's where I was. Drink lots of water. Don't eat this. Try this diet. Put this wrap around your stomach and start running and you're going to sweat. Okay, so after you take the wrap off, guess what, people? You're right back at ground zero. You're right back to sitting your fat ass at the table, eating and doing things you shouldn't be doing. Or you're right back to drinking. Or you're right back to popping the pills. You're in a loop. So I started this channel to teach you how to get out of the loop, to teach you how to be the best version of yourself. Everybody's saying that, but do they really get down to the nitty-gritty and say this is how you began to do it? Or do they come out with some quick fix video that says, oh, just do this and it's done? So let me tell you a little bit about my journey, okay, and how I started off at ground zero. How I got to this point from being in sales and marketing for over 21 years to basically walking off of my job and saying, the hell with this shit, starting at ground zero, being hungry for a while, learning a lot about myself. But I learned that if your heart is not in something, no matter what you do, you will fail. Might not be tomorrow, might not be 5 years from now, but one day you will realize, you will look back and say, this building that I built I put some real shitty cement there. And you gotta live in a crooked house. And that's what I realized. My house was crooked. I was crooked. My job was crooked because there was a lot of things that wasn't coming from the heart. It was coming from the mind and saying, oh, this is good money. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. Oh, you know what? Kids are drinking a little much, but everybody drinks. You know, you just kind of just start dismissing things, and I was tired of doing that. So, the topic today is called I Lost My Mind and I Found My Heart. That was really important for me to realize what those words meant. To really get in the ether of my life and find out what I was doing wrong. What? A lot of people say, oh, something's wrong, but do you go any further? No, because it's never you, right? It's always everybody else is wrong and you're right. So when I realized one day, sitting at my desk at work, I said the only reason why I'm here is fear. I don't like it here. I'm not crazy about what I do. So what am I doing? Why am I still here? Once I answered that question, I said fear. Fear. Period, point blank. Fear that I'm going to starve if I leave. Fear of what people will think about me. Fear of what my family was going to say, like, have you lost your mind? Yeah, maybe I have, but in my heart, walking out that door, it was like, whew! It was literally a weight came off of me so heavy that I ended up getting a car, started finding out some things about myself that I did not know. My gifts began to present itself because now I was living from my heart. So that's what I want to show you. I want to get people, when people ask me, you are 48 years old, Iris, are you Benjamin Buttons? Are you like aging backwards here? What are you doing? And I could say real quick, well, I do this, and I've done the Ho'oponopono, I do my essential oils, I do my meditation, but it's a whole lot that goes into that. I didn't wake up one day and just was like, wow, I look great at 48. No, it doesn't happen that way. I decided years ago, even in my 20s, I was always doing face masks and trying to take care of myself, being careful what I put in my body. Was never really doing the drugs, wasn't really drinking. I was like an old soul. I was always like, what's going to happen if I do this? While everybody else was falling down drunk, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do that because this is going to happen. Once I realized that I didn't want to live like that anymore, that I didn't want to live in this fear of what's going to happen if I do this and that, and started living little by little, that's when I started eating a lot more, drinking a little more, and doing the things that I guess in my 20s where I said that probably isn't a good thing, and quickly realized that if I'm going to live that way, then I have to be responsible for the consequences. So about maybe 5 years ago, I was drinking a lot of wine, was doing a little part-time at some restaurants, began to eat a lot, began to kind of have, maybe 2 glasses of wine a night, and realized that my body was going down. Never really was into burgers. I was eating burgers, I was eating steak, I was eating just things that I'm not usually eating. And my body crashed. I realized that if I continue on this pattern, that I'm not going to be a healthy person. I was getting anxiety. I was stressed out. Then I had the hysterectomy and felt like I was losing my damn mind. I was emotional. I was crying. I realized one day that I'm not happy in my marriage. Why? It was like everything came crashing in, and I said, I want to know who I am. Why am I here? What is my purpose? And that started my journey to where I'm sitting here in front of you now saying, has it been easy? No. But has it been worth it for me to find out my purpose and who I am? Yes. So I want to be able to share with you to get you there. There's all these gurus telling you, oh, do this, do that, get up, get pumped up, boom, 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 live your best life, and I follow those people. I love it. But after I'm bam, 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 then there's the low. Then I'm back with me and still dealing with the things around me. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the food. Woo-wee. That was life-changing. That was my ground zero. And it can be your ground zero. And when I say food, people are like, oh, Lord, don't tell me she's a vegan. I'm not giving up my meat or cheese or ice cream or whatever. Okay, fine. Fine. I can only tell you what worked for me. I can only tell you how I literally saw my skin regenerating itself. I can only tell you I was looking down at my feet one day and I said, well, where are the black spots? Was looking at my knees, looking at my arms, and I'm like, I am literally transforming. I can only tell you about my journey in hopes that you can find that same peace that I have right now. And I can look at myself and say, wow, I feel good about myself. I still have a long way to go, but I'm on that road of healing. Number one, I got up one day and said, I'm not going to have meat for a week. And me, I loved Publix fried chicken. That was one of the loves of my life, okay? Every day at lunchtime, I was getting my Publix fried chicken. So the first week, I was literally walking in circles like, oh God, I want Publix fried chicken. It was hard. But I said to myself, Amaya, baby, get a damn grip on yourself. That seventh day, I was at work and I was remembering things. I didn't have that 4 o'clock anxiety, like when is 5 o'clock, when is 5 o'clock. I felt different. And I said, I feel different. When do I feel different? I'm going to go another week and not have meat. So that'd be 2 weeks. That second week, y'all, it was like a light went off. Fear was separating from me. Anxiety was separating from me. It was almost like I felt like I was on another planet. I'm like, wait a minute. I feel so different and I feel good and I have energy. What if I went a third week? And then almost 3 years later, I'm like, wow, that was worth it. Was it hard? Yes. A year into being a vegetarian, I said, I am not losing weight. I've lost maybe 5, 6, 7 pounds. What's up with that? Because I was still eating cheese, ice cream. I replaced that, so I felt like I had to reward myself. I said, you know what? All of that causes mucus. Just mucus. And there's only one disease in this world, people, and it's called mucus. Get sick, what comes out your nose? Mucus. Get an infection in your eye, what comes out your eye? Mucus. Get a chest cold, which cough up, mucus. The only reason why you can't see mucus in here is you can't see inside your body. But when the doctors go in, they can see, you know what it is? Mucus. It's when the body is compromised. So when I cut out the cheese and the dairy, all of a sudden the body aches, the fogginess, more of it went away. And I said, I feel fantastic. I began to incorporate the herbal teas, my peas, my salads, my sweet potatoes, the quinoa. People say, oh my God, you're not eating that. Do you realize that there's a whole lot of other foods out there besides ice cream and fried chicken? I don't understand when people ask me, what the hell do you eat? Why don't we stop learning about the different food groups? Like learn about different food. There's a lot to eat outside besides that. Plant-based meat. I've even fooled my children. They've come over and I'm cooking my sausages and they think it's meat. And I give it to them and they're like, this is great, Ma. Thank God it's not that bird food. Ha ha ha. Think again. These are plant-based sausages. So they've come a long way with incorporating good things to do like meat replacements. So that's when I began to really ground myself. That was my foundation. That was in the I was so in awe with my body that I didn't even want to go back. I look at meat now and I'm like, not that I don't want to eat it, but I'm like, honey, I ain't messing up this. I want to keep my vibration high. I don't want to go back down to that low. I don't want to go back to where I have fear and anxiety. Don't want to go back there. The first couple of months, especially when I had to go through Thanksgiving, I was looking at that turkey like, son of a bitch, I want some turkey. But then I said, looked down at my feet and looked in the mirror and I said, there's a glow on me. I don't want that to go away. So you know what? Don't want it. And guess what? It passes. Just like everything in life, it just passes. So where you are today, you don't have to be there the next day. That's a choice. And my choice was, I want to fix my life. I want to be in a happier place. What is it I have to do? And along the way, people just began to come up, started watching videos, and I'm like, and before I knew it, now I'm like, when people say, well, when's the last time you had, I'm like, it's been 3.5 years. I mean, 3.5. It's been almost 3 years since I've had meat. I'm not going around tooting my horn like, oh, look at me, I'm better than everybody else. But when people ask me, well, God, you look great. What are you doing? I've cut a lot of things out my diet. And if you know anything about how cows and chickens and everything, the mass production of how things are going down, just look at some of the videos. Just what the hell, I think it's knives over forks or forks over knives and all these videos on Netflix. If you don't know, educate yourself. Take time. You know, it was worth it. There's nothing right now in my life where I can say, you know what, I wish I would still be eating meat. No part. And when you get there one day, you'll feel the same way. So that's how I began my journey. I can verbally vomit all over you. I mean, that's why I started the YouTube channel. Honey, there's a lot of stuff that I got to tell you. But first, I want to start at the basics. Let's start at ground zero, which is your diet. What you're eating. You are what you eat. Can anybody remember that? It's 70, 80 babies. You are what you eat. So if I'm eating an animal that is full of fear, pus, anger, cancer, and God knows what else, what's going to happen to my body? It's common sense. If I'm going to gouge myself with liquor, dry my skin and my hair out, why is everybody saying, oh, look at all these wrinkles and my face is so dry? You don't have to ask yourself what's going on, because if you honestly ask yourself, you will get the answers. And most people, like, you know, what is it? You can't handle the truth. That's how most people are. They want me to come with it. When clients come to me, they want a quick, well, Iris, I just want to get through this. It's a process. First, let's start with your nutrition. What are you eating? How much water are you drinking? Are you doing any herbal teas? Life Everlasting, elderberry tea, moringa tea, like thyme. There's so many good herbs out there to cleanse the body, blood cleansers, to just clear you. In order for me to help you, in order for you to get on your right page, it starts with nutrition. So join me. Join me on this journey. Let me tell you how I got from there to here. how I went from being, top in sales, marketing, selling cars, selling timeshare, doing all these things that I thought were just in my life. Is this my purpose? And I'm not knocking it, but I'm like, this is not my purpose. This is not who I am. Who am I? And when I figured that out, magic. Fixing me was the first step. I will teach you about Ho'oponopono. I'm a Ho'oponopono practitioner. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Powerful. Life-changing. My essential oils, my Reiki, my intuitiveness. People have told me, Iris, you changed my life. And I'm like, it's such on a small scale. I'm just right there. There's clients in my office. What about other people? It shocks me when someone says, wow, you look great. And I tell them something, they're like, what is that? You never heard of that? What? I'm confused. And I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of people on these YouTube channels and teaching you this and teaching you that and saying all these wonderful things. And now look at me. I used to sleep in my car and now I'm here. But do they teach you step by step without saying, now just for $59.99 a month, you can learn what I know? I'm here telling you some real shit. How I got from there to here and still on the move. But I want to share it. A lot of people say, girl, don't give away your secrets. I want you to know the secret. And the secret starts with you. Lost my mind, found my heart. I'll teach you about mind, heart, and spirit. Know the difference. So when you're conflicted, first of all, I want you to ask yourself, where am I conflicted? Is it my mind? Is it my heart? Is it a spiritual? I will show you how to figure that out because all three are different. And I'll give you a quick overview. You can be in a bad relationship. That person calls you. And you can decide to say, I'm not going to pick up the phone. Matter of fact, he won't see me for 2 or 3 damn days. And you actually follow through with it. That was your mind saying, look, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing it. You might see him and you say, ooh, he look good. Nope. Not doing it. The mind. Now, get up tomorrow morning. Maybe you're in a bad relationship and say, you know what, heart? I'm not going to be in love anymore. I'm not going to love him anymore. Go to work, come back home, you see him. Oh, the feeling's right there. And you say to yourself, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to love this person anymore. Does your heart listen to you? Does your heart say, okay, yeah, we're good? Well, gone. Can you get up, have a son that's a lazy slob and say, you know what, I'm not loving my son anymore? You wake up the next morning, don't you still love him? You might be disgusted, but it's very hard for you to tell your heart not to love somebody or love somebody. Maybe there's somebody, a special person that you just really want to get into. I really want to get in. His money's right. Maybe he looks good. He makes me feel good. But why can't I love this man? Number 3 is the spirit. So let's say the mind says this is great. The heart is like, whoo, I think I'm kind of in this game. But the spirit says, there's something there. When people say, I don't know, there's something, I just can't put my finger on it. Some call it gut. I call it spirit. You just know something's not right. You don't even know why you don't know. You just know something's not right. Why? Why? Why isn't it right? Who knows? But it's not. So know which emotion you're dealing with. Is it the mind, heart, or spirit? Get those 3 in line, and that's where the magic is. Magic happens. Magic. I tell people, poof, magic. There's no question. There's no confusion. Magic. You don't have to wonder, is this right? You just know it. You ever just having this, you just know it. No one has to convince you. You don't have to convince your heart. You don't have to, you just know it's right and you do it. When you change your nutritional habits each day, that's what happens. All of that garbage gets cleared out of you. And all of a sudden you stop peeling through those layers of donuts and cigarettes and alcohol and, big giant burgers. And lo and behold, you find self. It was there under all the control of the food. Learn how to get down to ground zero. And in Ho'oponopono, they call it zero. Be it zero. All this data that's running back here, turn it off. How do you turn it off? By gaining control of what you put in your body, what you watch, what you listen to. Take that control back. And that's what I did. It was hard. There was days where I was like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. And then I would think, what is the alternative? Me going to the doctor one day with 800 pills in a damn Ziploc bag. One for diarrhea, the other one for dry mouth, the other one for my eyeballs now can't close because I got dry eyeballs. I mean, I have read some labels and I'm like, itchy crack, itchy butt crack, watery stool. Yeah, really, is this what we have come to? That people would rather deal with a bag of pills than get your ass under control. That's what we're dealing with. Literally, that's what we deal with in this day and time. People don't want to get control of themselves. So when my client says, I just can't do it, but I want to change. Well, I'm sorry. Those two don't go hand in hand. You got to have an agreement. Make an agreement with yourself. I'll show you how to do that. I will show you how, once again, I began to transform myself to have the courage to get on here and do this. If somebody would have told me this 4 years ago, I'm like, no, not me. But here I am. With no doubt, I'm confident. My world turned to shit. And in order for me to get out of that, I had to make some changes. Hell, I go through a lot of stuff right now. But I know that, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so I'm doing my Ho'oponopono. I am eating well. I am meditating. I'm living my truth. So whatever the hell is going out there is not my problem. If that person can't be real with themselves, that's not my problem. As long as I got my checklist here, then I'm like, I must be on the right road. When I was on the wrong road, I didn't even know I was on the wrong road. I was like, what am I? But once you get on the right road and you have that checklist of things, are you doing this? All right, I get up in the morning. I have tea first. I don't gouge myself with biscuits and waffles, because just because you're a vegan, that doesn't mean you still can't eat crappy. I started fixing my diet and critiquing it even more. And I'm like, whew, I feel grounded even more. So this is a journey. I want you to come on it with me. I want you to hit me up on the inbox and say, hey, Iris, look, I tried this. Wow. Iris, can you teach me this? I want everybody to have peace in here first. Find peace in your heart. Are you peaceful in your heart? Is there love there? Do you love yourself? Let me show you how I have gone on my journey and learned about loving me and getting myself on track. And it's been hard. I've cried. I've been upset at myself. I've been sad. I've been hungry. I've looked at my money and been like, oh. But I know, there's a knowing. I know that as long as I'm being true to myself, change is coming. It already has. I can look in the mirror and see it. I can see it in people around me. I could see it when I was bold enough to sit down and open up my own shop and tell people what I do. And they were like, Iris, you're helping me. Thank you. I wouldn't be here if it was for you. I mean, literally, Iris, I was at the end of my rope. Thank you. That's my joy. That's where I'm like, whoo! I'm excited. And I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited to share who I am. Subscribe to my page. I'll be on here every week. This is my first video. I'm just kind of giving you an overview. We're going to talk about everything. I'm going to open up a lot of doors. I'm going to tell you a lot of things that I know. I'm going to share with you the secrets that I feel that is missing in your life. So I'm not saying trust me, because maybe some of you all don't know me. I'm just saying give me a chance to show you how to get out of the shit that you're in and come on over here and learn to have some peace. So like, subscribe to my page. I am Iris. I am a holistic healer and a woman that loves you and that wants to give you the opportunity to find what I found. So thank you for being here with me. I love each and every one of you that want to take this walk with me. I love you, and I am here to help you. Just allow me to do it. I tell people, just trust me just a little bit. If you don't trust people, just trust me just a little bit. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to show you some secrets to help you have a better you going into every year, just not 2020, but going from here forward. So thank you, and I will see you next week. Bye.